millions of pounds that we've got here. It's not. It's my dad. Faked it. It's not a fake. It's a reproduction. He's not pretending that he's Bruegel. See, it says Bev Harris 2017 after Bruegel, after P. Bruegel. Not actually P. Bruegel. So that's how you can get away with reproducing things, just as long as you admit that you did them. I think it's oils. It's not from a genuine canvas from that time. But we've also got, look, that is actually real, an actual bit from Fellowship of the Rings, a whole still on a piece of film. Excitement. I can't go really far here. Poppies. It's like an art gallery, isn't it? Some poppies also by my dad. That's good. I can't go very far because there's something in this house that stops the internet working when you get to a certain point. So there's another, that's a church, I don't know what that is, also by my dad. I go a certain way and then it'll cut out, so I'll have to go back down again. There's a lovely winter scene. Oh, a reflection of itself. Yeah, and then on the, you can see there, oh, underpants, that's not good. No, I was trying to show you the reproduction there, but no, I got that. Oh, it's like, there's a picture of my mum when she was a child. Not a child, a young woman. And there's a picture of me. No, that's not a picture of me. That's a picture of, that's not me, is it? That's a railway thing. There it is. No, where is it? There. Oh, there's a light on it. That's a self-portrait by me. Well, a self-portrait of me. Obviously by me, it's a self-portrait. Just get it. You see it without the light on it? No, it's too difficult. Just, there's me in the mirror. Ooh, see, if I go me in the mirror, then you can see me the right way round. Because this is backwards. I think it's backwards, or is it, have I made it go forward again? No, it's backwards. It's all backwards, completely backwards. So I can go just out in the garden. I think the internet goes that far, but not very much further. Ooh, it's a natural light. There's another reproduction there. But it's not real. It's a reproduction. Just go out in the... It's quite smoky outside because there have been fires, forest fires and also grass fires. People have... I don't know whether they're deliberate or whether they're accidental, but the smoke's just started to go down. But somewhere up the valley, there's a lovely row of cottages. Somewhere up the valley, somebody, Lanhilleth, which is just over the valley, and also Cumcarn. Places that I've been, you know, I went to the canyon. Somebody set fire to that, or it just set fire to itself. And also Tumbalum. And I went there. I've got videos of both of those before they were set fire to, because they were a few years ago, and that was today. Oh, look. Oh, look at these love spoons my dad's carved. They're exciting, aren't they? Love spoons. Love. Like, my dad has been doing them for years, but on and off. He gave me some to take into my infant school one time. So I took them in, and I brought one, and I gave one to my teacher, and I said, my dad said you can have that. And she's like, ah ha ha ha, your dad gave me a love spoon. Ah ha 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 ha, your dad loves me. Ah ha 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 ha. And all the kids made fun of me because I brought a love spoon in and given it to my... I don't know whether she was like, ah ha 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 ha, you love me, or ah ha ha ha. Anyway, it was cruel and mean and horrible. My teacher was horrible. I had some horrible teachers, so they made fun of me, and that was nasty. So teachers, be very careful, because you can scar a kid for life. See, it started to go a little bit internet-y, gone wrong there. So I go back into the hallway where the internet is more or less stable. So just by the modem, I can get the internet. Far from the modem, I can't get the internet. It's not very good. So I was looking at some of my old videos lately, and I saw my first stand-up video I was looking at, and I look so young and fresh. I'm wearing lipstick, maybe that's the difference, but I am younger and fresher, so I'm feeling a bit ancient today. Like, we went to the there used to be a Pontypool carnival, but now it's a sort of party in the park, and it was a craft fair really. So I went to help my parents yesterday, and afterwards, as a special treat, we went to get a Chinese meal. And the man in the Chinese, quite a young Chinese man, he's been there for 8 years. Yes, spoons are good. He he was talking about how it's terrible that the young people today like takeaways. And I just, as a conversation, was like, oh, I don't get takeaways very often. And he was like, no, I mean the young people. I was like, I wasn't saying I was a young person. I was just saying... Anyway, so I was like, I didn't mean me. Well, I didn't mean me. Because he was talking to my mother at first, and she is obviously an older generation. Being my mother, she's an older generation than me. So I'm the younger generation from that. But I felt a bit insulted, to be honest. So now I'm feeling very, very much my age. And also I made the video this morning. My old infant school. Hello, Ollie. Hello, Midlands Go. Hello, everybody. I made the video. Oh, hello. That's my dad. Do you want to see my dad? Hello, Dad.
Hiya, who are you talking to now, eh?
People, everyone, all the people.
All right. Can I...
Yes, you can get past. So I'm going to go in the front room, say hello to my mother, say hello to my little mother. Hello, Mummy. Hello, how are you?
My hair's a mess.
No, you look lovely.
Hi there.
Hi there. Yes, so this is... So this is the room where the internet comes. Hello, Elise. He's gone back upstairs now. And hello, Elise's mum. I think this might be on a delay because I get the comments a little bit after people have said them. So I might have to go back out again. They're watching their Antiques Roadshow. But, oh, look, see this? Newlyn. That's another reproduction. This one's a completely original. See this? This is the garden with my mother in the garden. That's what our garden looks like. If this stretches as far as the kitchen, I might be able to show you the back garden. But I've got a feeling that it might cut out before then because it's not great. But I'll just, fingers crossed, this is the kitchen. My mother made me some nice, hello, she said nice bread, some nice gluten-free bread. We were looking at this. You can either use egg white or you can make it gluten-free by putting chickpea flour and water in it. But she read it wrong. And she thought that the amount of water for the whole thing was the amount that you use to make the chickpea flour into the substitution for the egg. So she didn't put much water in it. She had to make it all over again. So, oh, you can see a picture of my dad in the back. There's a picture of my dad, 2 pictures, self-portraits, and then a picture of, that's 3. She's got a lot of self-portraits. And that in the corner is my great aunt, who no, she's my great-grandmother, that's right. She's my great-grandmother who I never met. She apparently lived until she was in her 90s, but she died in the 1960s, so she died before I was born. But she just hang on for a little while longer and she would have met me. But her name was Sarah Ann Roden originally, so I've been trying to do family history, and I am finding it difficult to trace her because she's apparently from so the Wolverhampton area possibly, and I'm having difficulty working out which one's her real father. So I'm not sure about that. But anyway, there's 2 pictures of my dad there. That's my uncle and auntie. That's Uncle Bernard. He's French. He died recently, very sadly. And my auntie Wendy, who is Welsh but has gone to live in France. So that's them there. And yes, here's the garden. You see the garden? That's the garden. So it just about managed to stretch that far. Excitement, yes. You always like nice fruit. Got a Welsh dresser and some bananas and a boiler in the corner. Oh, what's that in the corner? Oh, there's another picture of my uncle Bernard. That's there. My uncle Bernard and my gran and grandfather on a rock. Also by my dad. Oh, and there's my gran too, my grandmother. I knew my grandmother. They're no longer with us. So just Wendy and my father are with us now. There's some pictures of my... Oh, there's a picture of me when I was a kid in a carnival. See, I went to the Pontypool Knot Carnival yesterday. But that's what I looked like when I did enter a carnival. This is me dressed as the Princess and the Pea when I was 4. And it rained, so you can see I've got very wet hair in that picture. It rained, and that's a press photographer took that and said to me and my mum, "Who are you?" And I was like, "I'm the Princess and the Pea." And they're like, "Who's that? I don't understand." But it's the fairy story. So had a pea on a little cushion. Hello, Georgina. It is a nice painting of the garden. It's a nice garden too. So, oh, there, babies, my nephews in the background. Just need to show you those. Oh, my double chin. Oh look, and there's like Fred and Ginger that my dad painted. He's a very big Fred Astaire fan. He likes Flying Down to Rio and Roberta and all of those. Top Hat. What other things? Top Hat. The Gay Divorcee or the Gay Divorce. All of those things. So yes, thank you for the person that liked me. I think I was looking at my likes on my videos earlier on because I'm still trying to get up to that partnership level of views. And I noticed a weird thing. Usually I get a few dislikes and I get more likes than dislikes. But about a week ago, I suddenly got 148 unlikes, not dislikes. Like somebody had gone on 148 of my videos, they must have liked them at some point, and they went and unliked them, I think. Or it's a glitch. Anyway, there's 148 taking away of my likes. So there's a bit of a likes deficit at the moment. But there's not like the corresponding dislikes. I haven't got 148 dislikes. It's just a bit wonky now because somebody's taken away all the likes, I think. I don't know whether it's deliberate or whether it's a glitch or whether it was accidental. I don't know what was going on. It's just odd. It's not happened before, ever. But there's suddenly like a huge plummeting of likes. It's like somebody took all of those away. So that's... So I need 148. But don't, if you've liked one of my videos, don't go and like it again because you can only like a video once. The user left YouTube so they take away their likes. That's not very good, is it? That's a bizarre thing to do. Like, if somebody's liked it, they should like it for life. They can't... That's not fair. They shouldn't stop liking it just because they've gone away. That is possibly what it used to be. I mean, they have every now and then they do a massive purge off YouTube and they take away a load of people that were subscribers because they say they're dead accounts. I don't know whether they are dead accounts or whether they're just, you know, people that have forgotten to log in for a while. But that is disturbing. But they don't usually take away all the likes at the same time. That must be a new thing. This whole thing where they're trying to crack down on bad actors. Bad actors. Yeah, so just, yeah, do it in the mirror again. Look at me in the mirror. Can you see me in the mirror? There's two of me. Ah, that's real me. Not real me. This is mirror me, strangely, and that's non-mirror me. No, it's a good guess. It probably is that. So yeah, so I'm just doing this in between. Yeah, so my mum's not watching me on this video. She's in the other room, but she's like, oh, don't, a few of these times, don't do it when Pole Dark's on. So I'm going to finish before Pole Dark. So, and I was going to do one on Wednesday. Then I thought there was like a World Cup match. And I'm not sure how much crossover of football fans and me fans there are. Probably not that many, but I didn't want to risk it. And also, I started watching it and it was like, oh, okay. So I hadn't been watching it. The last time I really watched the football was in 1998, I think it was, because I was doing a driving test. I was doing driving tests every 2 weeks because I was getting really stressed and I needed to learn to drive. And I was also doing my journalism exams and shorthand. And it's the first and only time I've ever prayed to God. I was like, hey God, can I pass my exams or my driving test, or can England win the World Cup? And now I'm not English, I'm Welsh, and I'm not a football fan, and I'm an atheist. Don't know what was going on in my life. I did pass my my shorthand exams straight away. It sort of worked. Yeah, are they friends? Okay, I did pass my shorthand exam. I think I was so stressed out I didn't even pay attention after England went that time. So I did pass my shorthand exam, so that worked. And I did pass my driving test about 3 or 4 months later, but I did fail it in the meantime. And England still hasn't won the World Cup, so have I cursed them? Because I got some of the things I asked for. I'm not sure how prayer works, really, not having done it before or since. It's probably blasphemous. Blasphemous! Blasphemous! It's probably I'm going to be ducked for being a witch for even doing that. I don't know. Would you be ducked for being a witch for doing the praying to God thing? Blasphemous even thinking about it. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I really don't. Not being a religious-y person at all. at all. Although when I was a kid, I did go to like Sunday school for the colouring in and the singing. I like a bit of singing. They gave us colouring in. I'm not a Baptist at all, but I've been to Baptist and Methodist Sunday schools, and the Baptist ones I really like because that was near my grandmother's, and I went in and I was colouring in pictures of Jonah and the whale, but they thought I was odd because I coloured in Jonah with green face. Yeah, I've talked to cats, and I thought I had a wart on my finger the other day, but it turned out to be some sort of insect bite, so that's gone. So I'm not a witch there, but I do sometimes talk to cats. Anyway, no, I coloured in Jonah with a green face, and they thought that I was some sort of evil person for, like, why have you coloured in Jonah with a green face? I'm like, I don't know, seemed like a good idea to colour him in green, but green is not a creative colour, so I didn't do that. So, and then I sang in the choir for that Baptist church, and my mum came to see me, and then I got really embarrassed because I saw my mum and I wasn't expecting my mum, and then I sort of hid in the back and didn't sing, and then I never went back again to that big. But I did go to Methodist Sunday schools for a little while. It being Sunday, this is my sermon on the Mount of Stairs here. Yes. As well, because I did say a while ago that my nephews were singing the song from the second episode at me, and I didn't know what it was until several months later when it was pointed out what that was, and I'd gone to I talked about this before. I went to a thing about viral videos, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, I can't believe that my brother and his wife would let them watch this. I can't believe it. So I mentioned it the other day. I said, yeah, don't hug me, I'm scared. And they were like, what's don't hug me, I'm scared? And then I realised that they hadn't realised that they were watching this. So we watched a little bit of it, and then they went, we should probably check what they're watching. It's like, yes, you should. Oh, yes, that is a little bit disturbing. It is. Ha, I'm already clean. So, green is not a creative colour, no. It's a reference, Philip. It's a reference to Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. I have to point this out, look it up, and be like that. Yes. So green, I think green is a creative colour, and it's also the colour of the Egyptian colour of the dead. Like when I coloured Jonah in with the green face, it's a nod to Egyptian deities, and he was going to, when he went inside the body of the whale, that was him crossing over to the other side of the Egyptian pantheon to go and have his soul measured. Like Osiris, I think, had a green face because it's the colour of the dead. I think probably that wasn't in my mind going to this Baptist chapel, but probably that would be enough to drive me out of baptism. Baptists and ancient Egyptian religions probably don't mix well. And I have absolutely no idea why I did colour in Jonah with the green face, thinking about it. It's just one of those memories that's like, I know. That was a lovely Baptist church though. It's nice. It's still there, I think. I think they're more happy clappy now Baptists. They were old-fashioned Baptists. Old-fashioned Baptists are not the same thing at all. But I remember one thing about that is they had a beautiful rose outside the door, and it was purple. It was just a sort of really lovely purple rose of Cairo, like the Egyptians. So I will go to the Egyptian underworld, and that is where my gods lie. Yes. Yes. Bas, the hippo-headed female god, and Osiris and Horus and all of those. Seth. Go to the underworld. Yes. So Egyptian. If I was going to do religion, I think I'd probably either do ancient Egyptian religion, or the Norse, or maybe the Sumerians. I might do the Lydian gods. one of those. I'd probably do those, or the Greek gods. I'd probably have the Greco-Roman, Norse, Egyptian. It's a good religion. Sumerian. So Sumerian, Egypt, Norse, Greek, Greco-Roman. That and I might have some of the Native American gods and some of the Aboriginal gods, and I might do a bit of cargo cult as well. So I will worship anything that comes out of the sky from a plane. Yeah, pantheon of gods. I'll have all the gods, and I'll have all of the Hindu gods as well. So I'll have Shiva and I'll have Kali. That's a good one. The goddess of destruction, and I'll have all of them. And who else? Yeah, all of those gods. I'll have them all. And I'll have a bit of Buddhism too. So you can have that on top of it all. And that is my new religion of all the religions. And I'll do a little bit of monotheism, and I'll combine them all into the one. But I won't do the traditional monotheism. I'll do the sort that Akhenaten had. So I'll worship the Aten. Brahma, oh yeah. I'll worship the Aten, who is the sun, the sun, sort of like this, from the skies, backwards. The sun disk with the little... That's it as well. I used to do, when I came home from school, when I used to do pictures, I used to do the sun with, like, it looked like a spider. And then my dad, who's an art teacher, Baphomet, as above, so below, yes, and I'm with that sort of, yeah, the Ren. I have a big picture of Baphomet. Oh, talking of which, rotate device, what? It says rotate device. Nonsense, I'm not rotating my device. What's it? Baphomet, where is it? Talking of Baphomet, I think possibly my family has got Baphomet connections. Look at this here. Can you see that? What on earth? Baphomet, isn't it? And look at this, on the other side, there's like a crown, and there's either bees or flowers. I mean, it could be, that's what I found out as well. Bees and the fleur-de-lis is the same thing. Is it a tree man though? Is it Baphomet? Is it the green man? But on the other side, are they fleur-de-lis? Or are they bees? But it's the same thing, because I was looking into the whole thing when I was doing the family history and everything. The Carolingians were related with they had their bees, and the Carolingians and they're also related to Baphomet. So I think there's definitely, and I don't know where this came from. It's just a family heirloom. Whether it's fairly modern and somebody made it in their spare time, or whether it is actually ancient and that's sort of, where it's the Holy Grail of Baphomet. Yes, it could be Gwyneth. Yeah, it is. I thought it was a green man, but then it's got the other stuff on it too, so it's difficult to know. And it smells a bit, well, because it's made of copper or something, so it smells a bit bloody as well. So it's probably some sort of weird. So this has gone a little bit sort of shaky now and peculiar, isn't it? So now that I've blasphemed against every religion there is in the whole world that has ever been and will ever be, is that a good time to... I'll give it another 5 minutes, just see how more sacrilegious can you get, Elise? Quite a lot. Oh, there's moths flying at me. Here! I thought I'd escaped them. You know, escape. So look, what's in here? Flowers and fruit. Still life. And then there's oh, look at this, there's miners and a weird tree with a face or something in it and bodies. Oh, look at this, my grandmother did this when she was a child, but she left the face blank and it was really creepy. So when she died, we found this, and my dad painted a face for her, because otherwise she was really, she had a blank face and she was creepy as, and that wasn't good. And there's some nice what are they? Flowers. Of some sort, flowers. What's this? That's David. That's a picture of my brother that my father must have done ages ago when my brother was tiny. And he's cut it out and stuck it on some background. That's the... Yeah. Oh, I don't... Yeah, thing is... Woo! Welsh, I don't know. So has everybody, yes, it is very artistic. You saw my lovely, oh, there's some, look at these. Some of these are teddy bears that we bought, and some of them are my mum made. It's a mixture of them, really. So I think this is, yeah, some of them are